Hey guys, my name is Joyce and I am a doctor currently working in London, a foundation year 2 doctor, so I'm in my second year. And today I actually wanted to just share some tips from my experience so far as a doctor and just really talk about what I think is the most important thing. And for me, that is taking care of yourself and your mental health. And I know this sounds very obvious, but if I were just to quickly go back to where I started F1 2 years ago, and everything was still normal, had my graduation, and I was so excited to be a doctor. I mean, I still am. But I could never have predicted that 6 months in, there would be a pandemic and there would be so much uncertainty and a lot of stress during that time. Of course, it was also a good learning opportunity, but what I realized is that whether you are excited about it or you were stressed about it, your mental health was so important for me and my friends who are doctors as well. So one advice I would have for you guys starting is to take care of yourselves. And why this is so important is that before you can be the best doctor, before you can take care of anyone else, you need to make sure that you're okay. You need to check in with yourself and make sure that you're fine, you can do this, and then you can go on and make a difference in other people's lives. And so some of the tips I have to start off with, the first one is to take your breaks. I know when you start F1, you'll be so excited to get things done, get through your jobs list, quickly do this last blood test before I have to go for lunch. But really, just like you schedule in everything, I think you need to schedule in your breaks. You need to schedule in your lunch time. You need to schedule in time with your friends and your colleagues and getting to know each other, because you will rely on each other a lot during this time. Another thing I would say is annual leave. I know I'm really mentioning things that are so obvious, but annual leave is so important and I need you to book this in advance. Make plans, because when you're stressed, it's amazing to have something to look forward to. And also, I think we all forget to book the annual leave and then you want something in 3 days and 1 week and in 2 weeks time. And sometimes it's not possible and then you get disappointed, and then those feelings can just end up getting into just feeling really sad or low during work. So annual leave is extremely important. And then while you're in work, if you do not feel comfortable with anything, express yourself. I know you come in and you feel like, wow, I'm supposed to be here, I'm just supposed to do what I'm meant to do. Okay, maybe this is how it works. Maybe this is how everyone gets along with, everyone just kind of gets along with how things are going. But really, if you're not comfortable with something, I want you to speak out. I want you to either tell your clinical supervisor, I don't feel comfortable doing this, or this is what happened and I'm not sure. I need to ask the nurse in charge about something that happened. I need you to speak to the head of the department or even the head of the hospital. There are many times that I felt like I didn't like the way things were going, or I didn't feel like the hospital was standing up for something. And although it seemed like so daunting to go up and speak to the medical director about an issue, actually, because you're so new and you're so new to that environment, you're more likely to see problems that they don't see. So what I would encourage you to do is to continue to express yourself. It doesn't matter to who, but just say how you're feeling, and hopefully we can then work on solutions to make that better, make that environment better for you. Another thing I would say is to always ask for help. That's probably the most important thing, clinically and personally. So clinically, if you do not feel comfortable about doing a certain procedure, or you feel like you cannot handle the current climate of how things are, or a patient, or it's just kind of out of your depth, I need you to ask for senior help. That could be asking for a nurse to help you or to help find someone for you. It could be bleeping your senior house officer or your consultant or your registrar. You will never get in trouble for actually asking for help. Whether or not someone else thinks you could have done it yourself is their business. For you, you want to make sure that if you feel out of your depth, you're able to ask for help and you're able to then learn from the environment or from whatever they've done to make yourself a better doctor. And in terms of personally, if you're feeling low, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling stressful, if you feel like things are a lot, especially while you're at work, I need you to look for someone to speak to. There are many people within the hospital that would help. There are many people that are dedicated to make sure you're okay. And that's your clinical supervisor. Those are your colleagues, if they would allow. Those are the therapists and the people that are within the hospitals that are able to help. And there are lots of apps that I can actually put down somewhere that would help you just during this time to reach for help when you do need it. Don't try and take on every single thing by yourself. Okay, it's okay to express yourself. The interesting thing is that when we were all going through COVID, to be honest with you, there are many times I would keep quiet and I would write on my notes and I would just, be on the tubes by myself and not want to stress anyone else. But actually, when I realized that my friends were feeling exactly like I was feeling, then I realized that, I felt much better. I felt like we were able to come up with solutions together, and I just felt like I wasn't alone. And the truth is that you're never ever going to be alone, but you will never know it until you actually say something. So ask for help, whether it's clinically or just personally or mentally or emotionally, or depending on how you're feeling. Remember that your family and friends are there. I know they're extremely proud of you right now, and I know that you almost want to just continue to just be the doctor, do your own thing, and you want to be, by yourself in this big world. But really, I couldn't do it without my family and my friends, especially in the last 2 years. Things are getting better now, but we have no idea how COVID will be. We have no idea what is in store for us. So I just want you to know from the beginning that taking care of this and you is more important than anything else. Because if you look out for yourself, then of course you're going to look out for your family and your friends and your colleagues and your patients, and you're going to be an amazing doctor. And the last thing I would say is to enjoy this journey. It's not always going to be straight. It's not going to always be amazing and exciting. There are times it may be a bit boring. There are times it may be a bit stressful. There are times you may feel emotional. But actually, that's part of the whole journey. I've done 2 years, and to be honest with you, COVID or no COVID, I've actually really enjoyed it, and I've learned so much. I mean, there are things that, I know I've grown so much as a person in terms of standing up for myself. I've grown also in terms of checking on other people. I've grown so much as a doctor in terms of listening. And I just feel like there's so much to come in the next few years. And these first 2 years is just the beginning. So enjoy your journey. Book holidays, guys. Book holidays. Enjoy times with your friends. Don't make it all about medicine. Still enjoy the things that you like outside medicine. That's how you stay sane. That's how I stay sane. It's the fact that I'm able to have some sort of balance with family, friends, and medicine. But that's basically all I have, and I really congratulations first of all to everyone that is starting next week, and you're going to be amazing. But really, really just take care of yourself. That's all I have.